And by student athletes Ahmad Thomas and Raekwon Miller. Coach, if you want to start us with an opening statement.
First of all, just glad to be advancing to the next round. That was a hard-fought game. Uh, Charleston Southern is a really good team. You look at their seeding; they're the 8th seed, but they're also tied for 5th. And what Coach Radeball and his staff did with that young group, being 2-7 in league play at the midpoint and flipping that to be 7-2 the second time around, I thought they were one of the hottest teams in the league. We played extremely well at Charleston Southern a week or two ago. Obviously, seen what they've done over the last 2 or 3 games. They came in here playing uh, very well, really good basketball. And these 2 guys beside me, I thought, stepped up, made some big plays tonight, and allowed us to win this game. Ray was obviously an assist and a rebound away from a triple-double, and Mod made a big shot that sealed the game.
If there's any questions for our student athletes, we'll take those at this time.
What was the look on that final play? That last possession ran it all the way down to the end of the shot clock. You knew they had to defend in that possession. What was the look on that play?
Think Travis McConaughey fell down, and I actually was ready to pass it to the corner guy, but when I saw he fell down, I just turned around and shot it, and just a good shot.
Well, do you have any concerns about your ankle playing back-to-back days?
Perfectly fine. Everything's good.
A minute 15 in the first half, huge block out the pass in your head, found Ahmad from another pass. That just looked like you guys were that together forever. Like, how stuff like that happen, how easy is it each other?
Well, being seniors, we've had our years. We played together, but we went into halftime. He told me, he just said he saw me streaking up the court, so he was going to try and look the man off, throw it to me. Threw it a little farther than he was expected, but I ran it down. And, saw him coming down, trailing. They left him all open. They came down to the lane. It was luckily to find him for a 3.
Everyone that was surreal for you, considering where you started. You was the actual ball going. Now you're rebound and assist shy of triple double. How do you just reflect on this journey?
Well, first of all, big shout out to this man here, because I was very lightly recruited, obviously, coming out of high school, but he talked to me, gave me a big shot, said that no matter what you do, as long as you come here, work hard, you got an equal chance just to earn as many playing minutes as everyone else, and I'm so thankful that he gave me the opportunity, and just the journey itself has been amazing, and hopefully we can keep winning some more.
Questions for our student athletes? Okay, Ahmad, Raekwon, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This time we'll take questions for Coach McDevitt.
Especially after those words, I'm definitely going to dap you up.
Questions for Coach McDevitt.
It's always important to have seniors working. You've had a nice lead and it kind of just slipped away.
Yep.
How important is it to have experienced guys?
Yeah, very much so. The talk in the huddle was mature, just not a rattled bunch, and that's. I think it was the under 4 media. We were talking about that. Like, you're at home, you're up 5, and there's 3 seniors sitting here in the huddle. Just go get some stops and win the game, and that was the chatter amongst themselves even before I stepped in the huddle. So I think you're not going to shoot the ball well every night in tournaments. There's going to be nights or periods in a particular game where you don't shoot it well. So you got to rely on executing offense and not turning the ball over, even on those empty possessions where you don't make shots. You can't get rattled and give the other team freebies by turning the ball over. When you got a veteran group, that tends to happen a little bit less. And I thought when the game got tight, I don't recall any turnovers that we had. We ended the game with single-digit turnovers, 9, almost 2-to-1 assist ratio. That's not because Charleston doesn't pressure the ball. They deny, they get after you. I just thought our older veteran group did a good job of valuing the ball.
Somebody was at block shot at the team when Jordan goes
Great point. Maybe the play of the game. I thought the momentum was kind of in their favor. You could feel it. You sense it in the building. He had 4 fouls. Jordan Jones, shooting 75% from the floor because he dunks everything. He is a very good athlete, and it was a little dump down, and he went up and blocked that thing, and I thought it livened our team up, livened the crowd up. He dunks that. I think it was a 3-point game at that point. That cuts it to 1, and it's tight. But I honestly, I said that on the radio just a few minutes ago. I think you bring up an excellent point. I thought it might have been the play of the game.
You hadn't heard it. How much did home court help you tonight with that crowd?
A lot. Our crowd was behind us several times. We had a scoring drought. I don't know what it was. About 4 or 5 minutes, we didn't score a basket. 5 minutes it was. But I didn't think that affected our defensive effort on that end of the floor. And in large part, because you're in the friendly confines. You're in a comfortable setting. Crowd's behind you, continuing to push you forward. It mattered for sure.
Coach, as one, do you have any concerns about his ankle playing back-to-back days? And how tough is he just did full season?
Yeah, that kid's a warrior. He's tough. Can't say enough about him. He's just a winner. When the lights come on, he's ready to go. And we've had to be do a little less during the week than we normally have in years past because we got some guys, including him, playing a little more on game night. And so there's only so many minutes that each guy has in their body for the week. So if the minutes go up on game day, then the minutes have to go down on practice days. So we've just been really careful with what we're doing, trying not to play so much 5-on-5 and get after it and one-on-one drills and roll the ball out there and see who can dive on the floor and get after it. You just can't do those kinds of drills and scrimmage situations when that's what you're asking them to do here tonight. They'll have to do it again tomorrow night, regardless of who wins this game.
Forced multiple shot clock violations early, right? Even when Maceo and Jonathan went on the bench with foul trouble, do you switch up the schemes to keep that going, or is it just execution?
It really is that. It's execution. I don't think you can try to, at this time of the year, reinvent things. I just thought our guys were locked in on some key possessions. They're hard to guard. They're not complicated schematically. But when you've got athletes at every spot, it makes them hard to defend. You say, okay, they're just athletes, then pack it in. You can't pack it in on McConaughey and Keeling and Flanders Fleming. They shoot you right out of the building. So when you got the combination of a bunch of shooters, but also athletes that can take you off the bounce, I wouldn't get complicated with them either. I would do the same thing, and it makes them hard to guard.
Other questions for Coach McDevitt? All right, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.